Crypto kids, it's finally happening. The price of Bitcoin is breaking below the bear flag, which has been forming. Since February of this year, Bitcoin was stuck in this bear flag for 111 days now. We have reached the $72,000, $73,000 mark, like we've been reiterating in not just this video 4 days ago, but in almost every single video I've made in the past 2 to 3 weeks. Take a listen and I'll share with you what my expectation is from this point onwards with BTC. The bump and run reversal pattern. I said that if the trend line is broken to the downside, which I see happening, then 72, 73 should be the expected level that Bitcoin goes to. So today we're at 72, 73K. The bump and run reversal pattern successfully broke to the downsides. In the macro, we got a retest to the 200-day moving average, another video we made that projected a very macro, big picture bearishness. Why? Well, Bitcoin, when it retests the 200-day moving average, there it is, that was from 2 weeks ago, once in a lifetime Bitcoin signal flashing. It happens quite rarely. It's like once in a lifetime in Bitcoin years, I guess it would be like a cat's once in a lifetime cycle, perhaps. But you got the idea. In March of 2022, when Bitcoin retested the 200-day moving average in a bear flag as well, by the way, at the highest point in the bear flag, you went down like 67%, which is not what I think is going to happen. You'll find out in a second what I think will happen. And then in 2018, Bitcoin created a low in February, which pushed you into a higher low, which then took you to the 200-day moving average in a double top structure. And boom, down you went to reclaim the low from February of the same year. In 2022, that was a double top. It's important to note because when we hit the 200-daily moving average, not only was it in a bear flag, the highest point in the bear flag, but it was in a triple top, double top E manner. You're mushing 2022 and 2018. Those two cycles are colliding. The low is made in February, higher low, 200-day moving average in a bear flag, which means lower, right? Well, I believe so. I believe so. If you look at the 4-year cycles, the Bitcoin is playing out in a perfect manner, in an absolutely perfect manner, then Q4 should be the low. 364 days after a peak in Bitcoin's bull market, 364 days later is the low created consecutively for 2 cycles in a row. That was the case. So you're following 2022, a little bit delayed, but you can get these things perfect. The overall trend, if the overall trend is following it, then that's good enough. 2018 is even more similar than 2022. Due to diminishing returns, you have diminishing losses. So the losses that Bitcoin create will be less in percentage drawdown compared to these prior cycles. But the trend is the same, and we should get that low in Q4, 364 days-ish after the top. That pushes us to the date of October, early October. And that's what I'll stay with my macro prediction. When it comes to my short-term prediction, even more worrying. Remember this bear flag from November to January of 2026, November 2025 to January of 2025, where we made a bunch of videos on this bear flag about the double retest of the support of this bear flag and how we will likely go lower. Exactly. That bear flag. Bitcoin is repeating the final bits of this bear flag in our current structure. This was a similarity that I was more vocal on the Moonshow live streams that I do from Monday to Friday for 40 minutes. In 40 minutes, you can pack more thoughts in. So in those videos, I was more vocal. But take a look. You had a high, right? This bit was the consolidation bit. So that's the consolidation bit. Then you have the low bits. This was the low bit. From the low, you go higher. The higher price action leads to an initial top. So this was the initial top. Then you have the second higher top. The second higher top. I would assume that a bearish divergence was taking place. No, a bearish divergence was not taking place. That second top is that final level, which everybody gets excited about for a breakout, the truth is there's no volume. So we had said that due to there being no volume, I don't think we're going to break higher and actually see a rejection to the downside. At that point, there was very little volume. Look at that volume. Compared to a real breakdown, that's real breakdown volume. This was what we had when Bitcoin was at 82. So I expected a rejection. When Bitcoin was there, you had a little bit more volume overall in the market, right? That's gone down dramatically, but still, it wasn't enough. So you saw the rejection, we got the rejection, we talked about the VWAP. The VWAP, the anchored VWAP. Only the people that watch our videos really on a daily basis, and it's so important to watch them on a daily basis. Please make sure to subscribe and destroy the like button if you found this video entertaining, and if you feel like it's helping you in your crypto journey, please do smash the like button. The VWAP from the low created in December, once Bitcoin fell below, and I will remove my moving averages for this demonstration. Once Bitcoin fell below the VWAP support, the blue support, retested it twice with the bear flag support retest. Sorry, I need to redraw that. With the bear flag support retest, you retested the VWAP support twice, turn into resistance, and that started the mega crash. We mentioned that if Bitcoin is to do the same thing, will likely also lead to continuation downwards to reclaim your February low, just as what the 4-year cycles suggest to us. We have officially, as of last night, due to the US military conducting new strikes against Iran after Iran launched drones at ships in the Strait of Hormuz, per Wall Street Journal. So both sides have begun attacks again. As we were about to see a finalization, optimism that a peace deal was going to be reached, we are unfortunately seeing more military escalation. The prices of crude oil should be going higher. Therefore, Bitcoin is dropping on increased geopolitical tension and conflict. That influences Bitcoin's short-term price. Narratives only influence Bitcoin's short-term price in the macro. If we forget about the tragic war that's happening in the world, I would have seen Bitcoin going lower anyways. And it's important to highlight because narratives are important for short-term price action. But for the macro, it's what Bitcoin's technicals show. That's the most supreme in importance. Bitcoin is lost the VWAP support, and we're losing the bear flag support. And I got to say, this price action where the first high was created followed by the second high, first high created followed by the second high, then you experience this almost W-ish pattern that doesn't end up being a W pattern. It's just a fake. Like that even looks so similar to me. Now we're breaking below the line of support of the bear flag. It just looks quite bad, right? Especially if we confirm the bear flag support being breached on the daily time frame in 18 hours. The next line of support is $70,600. The support line after that is going to be $65,900. Then you have the February low that you established, and maybe you have a stop at 63. So the key levels of support after a confirmed breakdown on the bear flag, which may not happen, maybe we reclaim it, maybe we want to drift around some more time and then drop. I ultimately see the drop. It's going to be 70.6, then 65.9, then 63.1, and then finally $60,000. The macro picture states that we retake the February low. Many people were upset that I had this expectation, but I need to tell you what I see. I cannot lie. I got to be somebody who's telling you what I see as an analyst and cannot let my emotions influence my predictions, because my emotions want Bitcoin to go to $1 million tomorrow. I know this is unrealistic. I know it's unrealistic, but I think it will happen eventually. It's just the path to get there isn't going to be so easy. How about for the rest of the cryptocurrency market? Well, for Ethereum, even before Ethereum had broken below this ascending trial continuation pattern, even when we were at this consolidation right over there, when people called this a bull flag, I called it a Bart Simpson pattern. And I said that, and I drew these squiggly lines then, and I kept them on for this video, and I'm still keeping them on for today's video. I said that Bitcoin is going to have a Bart Simpson likely drop, and if we break below the support of the ascending triangle, maybe we get a retest or a small pump, and that's it, and then we continue downwards. That's exactly what Ethereum has done. Ethereum is dropping more so than Bitcoin. It's already taken out that first level of support, which for Bitcoin is situated at 70.6. Ethereum dropping more, this was also a statement, is foreshadowing Bitcoin to drop further. I think Ethereum will reclaim the lows at 1.73. I think Bitcoin will reclaim the lows at 60. That's not how I'm trading. I am macro positioned for lower Bitcoin, but I'm pragmatic enough to reoperate or change some parameters on my trading if one of these support lines decides to, with very strong volume, reverse course on BTC. I'm ready to be pragmatic. It's just that the short-term bias is bearish. Guys, that concludes this update video. I'm going to be uploading a second update video tonight, which talks about how to take advantage, or at least how I'm personally taking advantage of Bitcoin during this drop and during further continuation in a unique way. I'll also be covering what happened with the PCE data that's going to be coming out at 4:30 p.m. my local time. I'll live stream that on the Moonshow channel. You're more than welcome to watch. That video will be posted tonight. Subscribe, destroy the like button if you want to see that video as soon as it's out. It needs to be watched immediately, just like this one. If you've reached to the 12-minute mark, comment 12. So many people watched the full 27 minutes on the last upload. Guys, thank you so much. You're all legends. You are all so amazing. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you, and I truly hope that these videos do help people out there. And please don't misunderstand me showing like videos from the past, showing like displaying predictions and price projections, so on and so forth. I only do it because unfortunately in crypto YouTube, there are huge amounts of trolls that like to take things out of context, claim things that are untrue, saying that, no, you didn't say that, and no, you said something different, and no, yada, yada, yada. I need to show this because people that watch the videos normally and look at the comment section may end up being confused. This is the only reason why I'm doing that, and I hope you understand. I just don't want anybody to get the wrong idea with why I show previous videos and previous projections. With that, thank you once again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.